Novavax, such a weird company. Yeah, I was gonna get some the other day too when it was in the $6 range, cause I looked at the numbers and I don't know how their numbers are so great. Because you look at like the vaccine, they all say like how like the big companies like Pfizer, Moderna, like they're not making any sales off their vaccines or anything, and somehow Novavax, with people not, with COVID in the rear view mirror, they're just jumping. They got their return on assets is over 14%. They bring in over $1.08 billion. They're profitable with they net $422 million. Um, their profit margin is over 39%. Operation margin over 42%. They have 612 million in cash and 228 million in debt, so they got a ton of cash, more than debt. And they're up over 14% today at like $8 and some change. And like I said, I was going to get it the other day when it was at like $6 and some change, but the reason I didn't was because, like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't know who's getting COVID vaccines anymore. And that's all they have on their thing is that COVID stock. Or, I mean, that COVID vaccine. Um, but they did beat on. What did they beat on? Let me see. Their earnings, they came out with second quarter 2025 earnings per share of 62 cents against the Zacks estimate of a loss of 7 cents per share. However, the reported figure declined 37% year over year. Quarterly revenues totaled 239 million, down 42% year over year. Yet the metric beat the Zacks estimate of 118 million. Novavax recorded $11 million in product sales compared with 23 million in the year ago period. The reported figure includes a net reversal of $2 million in sales of its sole marketed product, the COVID vaccine Nuvaxovid, and $13 million from supply sales, which comprise finished products, and other materials sold to licensed partners. Let's check this out. What's the outlook on Novavax? There must be some insane outlook. All right, from this article, Zacks. Licensing, royalties, and other revenues totaled 228 million, which include 175 million recognized as a milestone payment from partner Sanofi. This payment was triggered after the company received full approval from the FDA for such a weird word, Nuvaxovid in May. Yet the metric declined 42% year due to the receipt of 391 million from Sanofi as an upfront payment. Starting this year, Sanofi acquired exclusive rights to market Novavax's vaccine globally, except in certain territories where Novavax maintains existing partnership agreements. Alongside the latest earnings release, Novavax announced that it completed the transition of the vaccine's commercial leadership to Sanofi for the 2025-2026 vaccination season. Shares of Novavax rose nearly 14% attributable to this transition. A pharma giant like Sanofi, which already has a well-built distribution and commercial supply chain across the globe, is likely better placed to market their vaccine than the company for the current vaccination season. So the guidance, due to its reliance on Sanofi's sales forecast for certain components, Novavax continues to withhold its full-year revenue guidance. However, the company has raised its adjusted revenue framework and now expects to generate between $1 billion and $1.05 billion, implying an increase from the prior projection of 98 to 1.03 billion. This revision is largely due to the receipt of $20 million for cost reimbursement from Sanofi for a post-marketing commitment requested by the FDA on the Novavax vaccine later this year. All right. So, I don't know. Trading at $8.71, right in the middle of its 52-week range. 1 year target, $13. It's like one of those companies where you just add a little here and there, I guess. Start a small position, add here and there. And I don't know. We'll see. What do you think about Novavax? Let me know. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Bye.